Yo guys, what is going on? It is your boy Nick from On The Foot Market. Guys, what's going on? We got a video today talking about Player of the Month, and it's a big one, man. This is a big Player of the Month. It's going, and I think it's 100% going to be Mo Salah again. The guy's unstoppable. We had a lot of a toss-up between it was going to be Son, it was going to be David Silva, it was going to be Salah, right? Well, since I made that video last time, Mo Salah has literally ran away with the Player of the Month. Last time on the graphic, I believe it was Son had 4 goals and a 9.0 rating in 2 games, and Salah had, I think, 5 goals and an assist in 3 games, right? Well, today Son didn't score, and Salah scored another goal yesterday. So what you guys are seeing on the screen is the guide for the Mo Salah. Now we're gonna look at some things on console and look at some investments and talk about them with you guys. Because not only is today a Player of the Month video, but today is also a Player of the Year investing video. And I think Salah is winning Player of the Year. And I will talk about what Player of the Year is. We'll get all of it going because I want you guys to see exactly what goes on, right? I want you guys to know what is happening, how I invest, and what all of this means to you guys making some coins in the end of FIFA. I mean, this is going to be big for you guys if you do it right, because you'll be able to walk away. You will all be able to walk away with some extra change as we head into team of the season. And it's always important, man. You guys always want some extra change, man. There's nothing wrong with picking up some extra coins rolling into team of the season. So Mo Salah, if you guys enjoyed this video, smash a like. All right, subscribe if you guys are new, guys. Big time investments going on this channel. We're not messing around. All right? No BS, none of that. All right. So look, Mo Salah, right? 4 games, 6 goals, 1 assist. It's gonna win, right? He's gonna win. The guy's a beast, and it's just happening, all right? I'm telling you guys right now, it's happening. Let's just reiterate investments for a Player of the Month, right? Let's look at it, right? So he's got a 92 Player of the Month right now. He's got an inform that's a 91, which means that the next Player of the Month will most likely follow the Aguero-style format. It will be about a 93 Player of the Month. Probably going to get to 99 pace, 94 shooting. It's going to be an amazing card, and it's gonna be crazy. I'm going to talk about all the impacts of everything going on. We're going to talk about the whole Player of the Year thing. It's going to be a long video because we've got a lot to talk about with Salah. And this is a favorite right now. This is literally the favorite for me as Player of the Month and Player of the Year, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. I don't think anyone overcomes him for this Player of the Month. It's going to be his 3rd Player of the Month. I don't think any player has ever won 3 Player of the Months, at least in recent years. Let me know in the comments down below if there is somebody who has won 3 Player of the Months. It could be Suarez, maybe. I think if they were doing Player of the Months a few years back, they weren't doing the SBCs on FIFA. You could do the past team investments, guys. FC Basel, Chelsea, Fiorentina, Roma. Goal players from those clubs don't really hurt. You could also pick up informs from the past clubs as an investment to sell in the hype. I would not recommend holding that kind of stuff. The reasons I wouldn't hold it, guys, is I just think it's risky. Now, I think the really good investment here is to pick up a lot of the higher rated golds in the Prem, the 85s, the 86s, the 87s, the 88s. That's always the stuff that goes up. Every month for the last few months, there has been an SBC, usually in the Player of the Month SBC, that does require a kind of higher rated Premier League squad to bump up the price a little bit of the SBC. So that's obviously a good look. You can also look at Inform Lovren, and we're going to take a look at this stuff on the market in a minute after we talk about Player of the Year, because we're going to talk about a general Player of the Month situation here. Guys, by the way, MapFlip Trading, his link will be down in the description. He helped me out with the graphic for today. He's a cool dude, man. Follow his Twitter if you guys appreciate the work and all that, because it's good stuff. You can also have the teams he played against, which is always a good one. I'm just reiterating the quick investments, but let's talk about Salah in general, right? Let's talk about him actually being required. So this is going to be his 3rd Player of the Month, and here's the deal. Again, they're going to require another Salah. They're going to require another Salah special card, in my opinion. 90% certain of this, not 100, because you never know with EA. But he's got 2 Player of the Months, and he just got a Player of the Month, which was a 92 rated. So for the idea that he just got one last month, I don't think EA is going to screw the dudes who got that Player of the Month and not let them submit this Player of the Month into that Player of the Month, into this new Player of the Month, to upgrade, kind of, to just make theirs even better. But what this means is that his informs are going to go up. Now, his informs are already up in value, but they're not at their peak. At least the hero is at their peak, right? But the hero right now is at 310k. This should probably go higher. This is going to get higher as there's a lot of hype, because, guys, there's a double hype going on right now. I'm going to talk about all of this with you guys. There's going to be interactions going on, flipping. This is going to be a long video, man, so do whatever you need. Get your popcorn. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Here's the first thing that I would like to discuss. first thing I would like to discuss is these two special cards, right? The hero has gone from like about 210, 220 to 330, but his max price range is now 480, and the difference is that this is his third player of the month, so we know that you're going to need this hero. Now, last player of the month, this thing went to 330k, it went extinct, but they didn't up the price range, so it started to crash after a day or two. It will probably go extinct again. It will probably get really high, guys. Now that the price range is 480, it should probably get somewhere in the 440, 430 range. And if it does go extinct, then this is why I like this card a lot. This is a card I have been investing in. Last month in the hype, this card hit 385k. This card usually chills around 300, so this card is less inflated than Hero because it's always sitting around 300k. Now, guys, I wouldn't really talk about investing in Salah if it wasn't for the whole idea of Player of the Year. So obviously, we're saying that he's probably going to need, you're probably going to need a special Salah, because the deal is that they're gonna let you basically submit one of the, you're probably gonna have one like that you could submit into the SBC, which I will show you guys right now. I'll go to quality, and then I will go to I'll go to Egypt, right? So this is the deal. This is the deal, right? I have an untradeable Salah once to watch, and a lot of people have the untradeable Player of the Month 1 or Player of the Month 2, right? They're going to have to let you submit that into this SBC. It's all like an upgrade. It's like a quick upgrade. Now, a lot of people have Salah as untradeable, so it makes sense, right? People will do the SBC. They will upgrade. Now, here's the deal. Now, this is where it comes interesting and good to talk about. He's got a very good chance, and I think he's winning Player of the Year. Why I want to discuss Player of the Year with you guys really quickly is because Player of the Year happened on April 23rd last year, and we'll talk about the SBC. I made a video on my channel about this already. It was N'Golo Kante, and I'll talk about why I'm talking about it now. If you're scared to do the Player of the Month, I don't think you should be scared. I think they're going to do the same exact thing for Player of the Year. Guys, EA does the same things. They don't really mess around too much, and people always try to predict the stuff that's going to happen that doesn't happen. They're very simple with this stuff. They like to just put a price on it, let it go up, right, and be expensive. Well, Player of the Year is coming around the corner, and Mohamed Salah, I think, is going to win. He's got 29 goals and 9 assists in the Premier League. He may have another goal since. His main competitor is Kevin De Bruyne, who does have a good shot to get a Player of the Year, but I think this was a better shot for De Bruyne a few weeks ago. Now looking into it, he's got 7 goals and 15 assists, and while City's going to win the league, Salah's having a season that I think people just, you can't forget about, and I think he's going to win it. So, why this is important, guys, is because Kante got a Player of the Year last year. Now, what you needed for a Kante, right, was there was a bunch of SBCs. Now, this card is insane. They're going to make Salah probably a 97 or a 98 rated, right? They're going to +4 or +5 him after the Player of the Month. So, what is this going to look like necessarily? It's most likely going to look like you're going to need to submit a card from Liverpool that is Egyptian, that is from Liverpool, and is not a rare player. So they're going to make you submit either the cheapest inform on the market, or you're going to be able to submit your untradeable Salah in your club. Now, this is important to understand, guys, because essentially there's going to be other SBCs within it, but I'm not really worried about that stuff. All you're worried about is this right here, and I think Salah is going to win it, guys. Salah has like 30 goals almost in the Premier League this year, and he's got more matches. He's going to break the record, I believe, barring, knock on wood, he doesn't get an injury. I think he's got to win this. So what I'm seeing is that I think his informs on the market are good investments for the long term, because if we actually look into it, Kante won. This Player of the Year came out, and you guys can see this article was published on the 24th of April. Now, last year the Premier League has ended 1 week later. So this year, I'm expecting the PFA players voting to be about a week before. I'm expecting this voting to be around April 15th to April 16th. That's ideally the time frame of when I think this SBC is going to come out. So that's in 2 weeks. It's probably going to come out either a week after Player of the Month or pretty similar with Player of the Month. So that's something to understand, guys, is that it's going to be very interesting because you're going to have a lot of Salahs going off the market. I mean, I think that his market informs are going to be good pickups, and you guys can see I'm watching a lot of them because I'm trying to see where are they selling, right? Like, are they selling at these prices? And right now they're up to 300. But I think in terms of investing for Player of the Month and Player of the Year, I'm really looking at these informs, right? I'm looking at picking up, especially that striker inform. I mean, I remember the night before last Player of the Month, right, which is right around here, he was selling, man. He was really high. Like, he got really, really high. And the night before, it doesn't really show on Footbin, but he was like up at that week right here. He was up at like 380. He was really high. The night before, people were buying up. and he got really high. So, I mean, I feel like looking at this, with all the potential that Salah has, I think moving forward, I can't see this being a bad buy. Not even just this. I mean, what you got to know is that, yes, this is going up the most because this is the cheapest. And you can see that this has literally gone from like 230K to 310. The other one really hasn't moved, so that's a good investment as well. You guys could also go for the gold Salah if you think there's a chance. I don't think so. And then looking, right, so Salah's got another card. His 90 rated is 390. His 91 is 490. It's just stuff to watch, man. The only problem is that I don't really know how high these are all going to go. It depends, man. This is why I'm saying I like all this Salah action, because it's a double whammy. And a double whammy would really let... What would happen was that so many are going to be submitted away that, yes, he's got a 91, and he's got a 2 player of the month, and he's got 3 informs and a hero and a ones to watch. But if you're getting a player of the month and then you're getting a player of the year, everyone's doing the player of the year, guys. Because if we really examine what this player of the year is going to look like, this is a card creator. Shout out to FIFA Rosters. They help with a lot of my stuff, man. They've got a great site going. I don't know if they have the play. This is it. So it's the award winner. And if you look at Mohamed Salah, right, you're going to say that his player of the month is going to be a 93 rated, right? They're going to make it 93. You're going to probably put this card up at like 99. I mean, his player of the year, guys, is going to look something like, I know I'm just throwing statistics around, but if you're getting a +4 in rating, it's going to look something like this. And you're saying that this card is going to be not desirable? I mean, guys, this is like this is a team of the season card. And if you have the opportunity to submit an inform that's 400K or an untradeable ones to watch or player of the month, man, everybody in the world is going to do it. And yes, player of the year is happening, guys. This happened last year. It's an award event that they do every year. So look, man, this is a very, very important video to get you guys ready for this, because I think the impact of these all being required is going to be huge. Remember, guys, selling the hype, man. If your shit's going up like 1,000,000 coins, man, sell that. Don't even worry about what's going to come out. Take the money. That's what I always say to you guys. But I think it's super interesting, man, to examine. And I think there's a lot of good stuff going on here with Salah and his special cards and potential investments. So if you guys enjoyed the video today, man, make sure you guys smash a like. I hope you guys like these kind of videos, man. This is exactly how I think. This is how I do a lot of my investing, and this is how I do a lot of my market. So hope you guys are enjoying the way I do it. And yeah, smash a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I'll see you guys in a video soon. Peace.